Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor, with today's Ken Roblee, chair of the math department, here to talk about a camp to teach math. Thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
And when you think of summer camp, a lot of times math may not necessarily be the first thing that comes to mind, but obviously here at Troy University, there's an opportunity for math to be a part of the summer fun experience for some students. Tell us a little about this camp and the focus of this camp.
Okay, so Dr. Hoi-Jun Yi and I, we wrote a grant proposal back in December from the American Math Society, and it's to promote math and stimulate interest in STEM fields. And so what we decided to do is it's kind of like an extension of our basketball program, where we partner with the Department of Athletics to work with 7th and 8th grade girls, but this is like an extension of that, and it'll be in this summer from June 21st through 25th, and the focus is on statistics is our main focus on this, but we'll do some other math as well. So the main idea, the title of the camp is Girls Get Math with Data. So it's for 10th to 12th grade girls. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to spark their curiosity and interest and give them knowledge in statistics area. So like, for example, statistics is math that's motivated by data. And so we're going to try to get them to consider pursuing career fields in STEM areas too.
And what I was saying, and I know that's a big focus in the STEM world, is that it's been mostly male dominated for the entirety of history, but getting more females involved in STEM has become a major focus in the past few years. And that's one of the cool things that I know basketball, when y'all were doing that, is to bring these females into math and trying to get them more involved in STEM.
That's right. You know, according to the U.S. Census data, even from last year, that the 27% of STEM is people that work in STEM are females. So we're trying to increase the the diversity in that, and so that's part of our motivation with that. And we have a statistics minor here and statistics professors here, and so we're trying to use that to get them more interested in. And we're also going to help with ACT prep as well. So they're gonna we'll teach them some of the math that will be on the ACT, and statistics is now more on the ACT math portion as well. So that'll help them when they're preparing for that, and and not necessarily have to skip that question just because they haven't had that. And also, even more high schools are have statistics classes now. So we'll help support the statistics education in high schools as well.
Well, and you talk about statistics, and you're folding a little real world into this camp when talking about statistics, because the statistic that a lot of people have heard about in the last year is COVID statistics, and that is something you're bringing in some of this health data as a part of this camp as well, right? So you're blending some real world experience into what you're doing in this camp.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we're introducing statistics concepts through, for example, public health data. And we're actually bringing in a speaker from the Alabama Department of Public Health as well to, give them, what goes on behind the scenes in the collection and organization and analysis of public health data. And so we'll actually use some of the public health data to organize, and we'll analyze it, and we'll build models for it, or they will, the participants will, and in particular COVID data. So they'll get real world applications of math, while they're here.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where a lot of people may not think of those real world applications. You always hear students saying, when am I going to use math? When they're going to high school, when am I going to use it? But this seems like a way to tell them and show them this is where you could be employed doing something like this in the future if you're interested in math.
Sure, yeah. There are jobs out there. There are mathematicians that work behind the scenes to develop these models for public health experts and lawmakers as well. And so we think that it's a really important part of the applications of math, and we're also going to include ideas in sports statistics as well. And so we'll have someone from the Department of Athletics here at Troy come give a talk on how they collect and organize their data, and which we've done at basketball as well. So we're going to do it in this context as well, and And so we'll also do things math related to sports as well. So they'll get to see real applications of math and do hands-on projects with this too. Yeah.
And lends to the accessibility of math. And I've always, I've seen the basketball in the past and would never have thought to make that correlation, make that jump between sports and statistics. But then, any of the real sports fans out there know the numbers are some of the most important things out there, especially when you're making plans for games and things like that. Statistics play a big part in that, and I never would have thought about that. And that does add to the accessibility, right?
That's right. Yeah, it really does. And in fact, some of the coaches on the basketball staff have told us before that how they've showed us how they use the statistics to game plan and scout the other teams we're playing against. And so that's interesting, and that makes us feel good too. That math is really used by other people out there than just us in a math classroom and all. But we also plan to give them some career information as well, like jobs they could do, for example, in using the statistics in different areas. For example, sports consultation, in public health, medical research. There's all kinds of applications out there.
Now, applications are available. I know you can go to troy.edu/camps, and there's a link on that page. What do they need to do?
So all they need to do is they need to go to that page, and they can click on the form, and then they fill in their information. It's basic information about them, and there are also some open-ended questions to describe their experiences in math and what they like or maybe don't like in math, and and just to give them let them talk about their math interest and experience too. Yep.
All right. Well, here's hoping some folks take advantage of this math camp and learn some new ideas and concepts about statistics and math. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.
All right.